Hey, yo, we're here. We're in Weeb City, baby.
Weeb City,
Weeb
City, baby.
Yeah, dude. We're at Edmond Anime Con. We got invited here to do this against our will.
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't even watch anime, dude.
Nobody wanted to be here. So catch us talking to people about, like...
baseball.
Yeah, and fucking, like, some American cartoons.
Thanks, Obama.
Bacon cream pies in your mom's eyes. Bacon cream pies all the time.
Anybody see my shoe?
I hate tomatoes, but I love ketchup.
Can't find it. I'm
That's
looking
just a
everywhere.
thing, and it's not even true.
Please,
My
I
taste
have to
will
drive
change when
home.
I think about you, and I have to say,
Have an edible
it was
earlier.
hard to leave you
I
alone.
think I'm gonna shit my pants.
Please, God, help me leave you alone. All right, so we've got Sean Hennigan, and to be honest, we don't really know who you are.
That's all right.
Because
I'm not sure I know who I am. No,
Awesome.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, so we're not huge anime fans, but I'm super interested to know how you got into voice acting.
Well, I began my training, my formal training was as a stage actor. This was back in the late 1970s, early 1980s. So I got interested in acting when I was in high school. Decided that's what I wanted to do, and went to college at the University of Texas in Austin. So I began my career as a stage actor. I had always kind of done weird voices since I was a kid. You know, my mother always laughed at me, and my siblings laughed at me. So it was something that was kind of encouraged. So doing the voice side of acting was sort of a natural extension for me. And somebody that had seen me on stage called me up and asked me to do the very first voice job that I did, which I think was a commercial for television. Okay. Yeah.
So you'd say, like, voice acting has more like of a comical side?
It certainly began that way, doing funny voices. By the time I started doing it professionally, though, I took it quite seriously, and I did everything I could to train and get better at it.
Right.
And now in terms of anime, I did my first anime. I think Goldie Roger in One Piece was my very first. It wasn't my first animation, but the anime style of animation. Sure. It was the first one that I did, and that would have been in mid 2000s or 2010 or so. I can't remember, whenever it came out. Yeah.
How difficult is it to have to dub something that was originally written in another language?
It's a very different process than what you might call normal acting, in that because we're trying to match up the flaps of the mouth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a very technical thing to do. So you have to that mix of making sure that you hit those marks the way that you want to, but then also do a good job of acting. It's an interesting prospect. It is a very specific skill, you know.
I got another question.
Yeah.
For the animation and stuff, do you get to see it while you're doing it, or you just know what the character's about and that's how you do it?
No, we generally each little section that we do, we will watch the original Japanese or Korean or whatever it is, and because that gives us the tone of what the character is like. And I kind of pride myself on doing my best to match that tone. Obviously, I can't sound like the original actor unless we happen to sound alike. But what I can do is I can match the tone and the intent and all of that thing. But yeah, we definitely get to see the original before we do it. Yeah.
God, it just sounds so difficult to me. Like just trying to match the emotion of another language. The flow of the consonants out of your mouth. And,
and sometimes it's interesting that you say that, because sometimes a lot of it depends on how they've done the translation. Because sometimes it's more difficult than not. Other times, the way that they've written it is it makes it easy. You know what I mean? It's just really well written. Most of the time, I guess that's why anime in America works so well is that there's enough of a similarity between English and Japanese that I don't want to say symbiotic. That's not the right word, but there is a correlation that people recognize, so
Sure.
it makes it easier, I think,
Okay.
as opposed to say if I was trying to do French or something like that. Yeah.
I would be interested to know. I know that like talking about money is always like a no-go, but so how much like do you think a starting voice actor would make?
Well, so the way it exists right now, because dubbing basically began its life in motion picture, and it was basically going in and fixing that which did not work when you recorded it live. You know, that's where the technical process came from. It's not a way to make a good living just doing the dubbing. That is a reality here. Now, I say that if you're hired to do a dub of a show that is already hugely popular, that's a different story. The contracts, you know, so there really isn't a starting salary because you get paid by the hour.
Right.
Yeah. And you know, just like any business, the more you do it, and the more experience you have, or how good you are, you know, your hourly rate goes up.
Also,
hopefully, it goes up.
How long did you this? The only job that you do, or because how long did you have to hold a job before you were able to go full time?
I'm one of the knock on wood lucky people that once I decided to be an actor, I've never had to do anything else. But I don't just do voice acting. I've done film and television and stage acting, and I do everything. Whatever you will hire me to do.
Okay, right on.
So
yeah,
here's a question, kind of going back to theater.
Mm-hmm.
What is one of your favorite theater shows? Something that you would suggest for somebody who's not really familiar with a lot of it, right? Like I've seen a couple of Shakespeare, but nothing really outside of that.
Which Shakespeare did you see?
I've seen Hamlet, and I think I was really young when I saw the other one, and I think it was Midsummer's Night.
Midsummer Night's Dream, yeah. Well, first of all, you can rarely go wrong with Shakespeare. You know, there's a reason why those plays have stuck around for 500 years. You know,
yeah,
but in terms of a modern type show, it's hard to pick out something. There are so many good plays and musicals out there. It really depends upon the professional capability of the company that's putting it on.
Okay.
You know, I don't think Oklahoma City has a. Do they have a regional theater here?
I'm not sure.
I don't think they do. But you know, generally, the more money a theater has, the better the productions are going to be. That's a reality. I mean, that's true with everything, right? Yeah.
So you think that the quality of the staff and the theater itself matters more than the source material?
I wouldn't say it matters more, but it matters equally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It definitely. You know, I mean, acting is as difficult, and maybe sometimes more difficult than the most difficult professional sport that anybody has ever done. A lot of people don't realize the training that in order to get really good that you have to go through, or you should go through, I should say. Just like with sports, though, you know, there are people who are naturally gifted that can do it earlier than other people. But people who stay in the business, they train just like anybody else. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, it was
Cool.
great to meet you.
Absolutely.
Thank
nice
you so
to
much
meet you
for
guys.
coming on and
Absolutely.
talking
You
to
guys
us.
take care. Have a great day.
Awesome.
All right.
That's our card.
Oh, cool.
I guess it'll come out next Monday.
Next Monday.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
I will listen.
If you want to do like more of a shout out for yourself, if you got anything going on like coming up.
The only thing I would say right now is a show that I'm doing that I'm really kind of proud of right now. It just dropped a month or two ago. It's called Solo Leveling Arise. There's a video game that came out with it as well, and that's the one that I'm working on right now that I think is a really good show. So,
Awesome.
yeah, Solo Leveling Arise. I play a character called Song Chul.
Dope. We'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks for coming on,
You
man.
bet. Thanks, guys. I
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much, sir. Nice to meet you.
Hello. What's up, man?
Nothing much. How are y'all today?
pretty good. Who
Yeah,
are you running as
Luffy. I'm running as Luffy today.
from One Piece?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the main character?
Yes, it is the
Okay,
main character.
Right on.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. I'm not really big into anime.
All good, all
I
good.
never really had any exposure to it, man. It's like, I think the most that I ever had was like watching the Pokemon VHS back in the day.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. What got me into anime would either be accidentally watching Naruto, probably in the first grade, or before that, growing up on Yu-Gi-Oh, watching
yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, so I've been asking everybody what's their top 5 animes.
Top 5 animes. Okay. Okay. One Piece, Black Clover,
Okay.
Hunter x Hunter.
All right.
Shit. Fuck. Huh. I would put Cowboy Bebop on
All
there.
right. Yeah, I've heard that one's good.
And then probably just because I grew up on it, Dragon Ball, the original.
Right on.
Nice. Yeah.
Dude, what is it about One Piece that is appealing?
I would have to say all the adventures that they go on, because I would say probably every 10, 25 episodes it's a new adventure, or they're on a different island dealing with some bull crap.
What about like the character development? Is it any
Character
good?
development? Personally, I believe Usopp, the sniper, had a tremendous grow up, and after the 2-year bypass that they had after the Sabe Odi archipelago, after that. But definitely Usopp has the biggest character growth, just because he was pretty much very much of a coward in the beginning. A pathological liar as well, but very scrawny and everything. But
And what are they, pirates?
yeah, they are pirates,
Okay,
but
right
they didn't really start out that way. Usopp started to be a liar at his village, Syrup Village, and that's all they knew him for. And after the 2 years, Usopp got a lot of muscle. He actually became his actual title, the sniper, and has a lot more little bombs that he has.
Very good.
Yeah.
You ever play D&D?
I played it once with my brother and his girlfriend in our apartment a couple years ago.
You remember what your character was?
I forget the species I was, but I was a lava man or magma man.
Sick.
That was from the Arctic,
Okay.
and I was a botanist. Yeah, I was a botanist. And I believe... Shit, what was the name? I can't remember the name. Damn. But, yeah, and making of the character, I accidentally got nat 20s the entire time.
Oh, man.
Making the
sick.
character. Yeah.
So he's busted.
Yeah.
Cracked.
He's... Yeah, my brother is still creating a boss that he's trying to create for me and his girl, because he created one in one day. It was over in 2 moves.
Wild.
Yeah, she's an assassin build essentially, and then a botanist that can thunderclap with a nat 20 at anything. So it's gonna be over quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wicked, man. Yeah, I got a campaign I've been doing now. This campaign's been a year, because I started this campaign before we started the pod.
Okay.
And we're just now wrapping it up. And it's a weird mix between Fallout and Dragon Ball. We've been tracking down dragons to get mysterious orbs from them.
All right.
And it's the whole realm of the place is after like a nuclear wizard war, where the wizards basically destroyed the sun. So the sun's a different color now, and like the planet's all cold and fucked up, and
Damn.
it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Dude, my DM puts a lot of work into his shit. He's
Sounds
the
like it.
best.
Sounds like it.
You into comic books any?
I was as a kid. I have one of the first issues of the Aquaman comic books.
Sick.
That my dad has probably a 5-foot tote, and it's double stacked with comics. And that was one of the ones that he gave me. And he also has like one of the original G.I. Joe comic books as well.
Very
and that's
cool.
those now are like really hard to find, because everyone's about Marvel and DC and all those.
Oh, yeah.
They never
Dude.
look for that.
Check these out. These are fucking Jurassic Park comics, and they're made by Topps, the baseball company.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Damn.
dude. And they got cards in them.
Yeah, they came with fucking like baseball cards of the dinosaurs.
That's awesome. T-Rex attack.
Yeah, it's the comic book bros over there, man. They got some pretty sick stuff in their collection.
Oh, you got these from them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
they got some
okay.
comics today.
Yeah, no, that's
Might as
freaking
well shout 'em
sick.
out.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, dude. But yeah.
Yeah, man. This will come out on Monday. Not this Monday, next Monday.
All
and
right.
that's our card. And
All
get a
right.
sticker.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, man. Thanks
Yeah,
for coming
thanks
on,
for
dude.
coming on, dude.
Thanks for allowing me to come on, guys.
Oh, yeah, man. We'd love talking. If you want to jump on,
Why not?
hell
Let's run
yeah,
it.
let's go.
All right, first question for you, sir,
Yes.
is how much was that sword?
80
Oh, that's
Oh, it's
80
not
bucks?
bad at all.
from
significantly
that vendor right next to y'all.
less expensive than I thought it was going to be.
I thought that it was going to be like $400.
Can we see it? Is it sharp?
It's not sharp. It's just stainless steel. It is a little sharp there on the hook,
Okay.
but
That's dope.
Beautiful.
They cut the blade off. Is that sharp in the middle?
no, it's just flat.
Oh, okay.
The character I am dressed up as is Shinobu Kocho from Demon Slayer.
Okay.
She is part of the insect Hashiras, and she deals with butterflies and poisons. So she doesn't need to have a lot of, strength. She just needs to at least cut the demons a little bit with the poison, and they disappear.
That's
kind
an
of
actually
thing.
Right on.
really cool and symbolic sword. I love that. I
So-
like the floral hilt, too. Very
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, this anime is amazing. But yeah, got the full fit today.
So would
Yeah.
you suggest it for somebody who isn't very indoctrinated into anime?
Oh, for sure.
It's a good starter
It's
anime?
definitely a good starter. It's got great character development. The storyline pacing is really well thought out. No filler at this moment, and we've got 3 seasons and a movie.
Okay.
4th season should be coming out. I think they announced it for next month, middle of next
Oh,
month
nice.
should be the upcoming season.
Hell yeah.
Definitely worth it. The art style and the music is phenomenal.
Cool.
Where do
the
you,
fight scenes are worth it.
Where do you watch the animes? Like Crunchyroll? or-
Crunchyroll.
Okay, right on.
Crunchyroll, Hulu, Netflix.
Okay.
Demon Slayer's on both Crunchyroll and Netflix at the moment.
Cool.
So you can watch it on either streaming service.
So, like, that's one of the things that's always been really intimidating to me about, like, One Piece is that there's just so fucking much of it that I don't know. Obviously start at the beginning, but is it going
Right.
to take me 10 years to watch
I
this
mean,
to
I
get
just
caught
started
up?
watching it October of 22 for my first run through. I'm not caught up yet, but I just broke the 1,000 episode barrier.
Jesus.
I've only got about 100 more to get through. So we're almost there.
I know that
but-
one is like super popular right now because of like the live action, I guess, came
Yeah,
out.
Netflix's live action adaptation was really well put out. I still haven't seen it yet. It's just from what I've read and heard, and from what your previous person was saying about it. It's also been directed by Ichiro Oda, who writes and directs the actual anime. So he had a hand in building the Netflix series too. It wasn't just one of those Netflix adaptations that could have flopped or not.
Yeah.
It's being held by the creator himself. So.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, right on.
Like that's why it's done really well, but it's becoming more popular. Also with just streaming services and internet.
what about have you seen Atla, like Avatar: Last Airbender?
Of course.
Yeah. Have you seen the live action?
Yeah, just got finished binging that a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
It made me want to rewatch the whole series, so I binged
Yeah,
all
definitely.
of Atla and Korra in 5-6 days.
Oh, you know
I
what?
was
I got
doing
a
like a
real
book a day.
question. Everybody says that Korra is not as good. What do you think?
That is a very controversial thing. Yes and no. I can play to both parts. I can say that it isn't as good as the original because the original is always going to hold true to what it is. It's still
Sure.
held true over this decade of it not being, it's
Yeah.
still just as good today as it was when it was releasing. Korra's storyline is just significantly different, and I
Yeah.
think that's where the players are slightly upset about. Because it is in the future. We're on the next
Yeah.
Avatar. It's a whole next generation.
Yeah, like there's a
And time
car.
that
There's
yeah,
No, I get it, but
it isn't as great as the original, I will say that, but Korra still has its good points to it.
I love
the second
Korra, man.
season is probably the most mid-level of the seasons, but
Really?
season 3 and 4 ramp right back up. Like it went really well, really hard.
I love
Nice.
Korra.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
just as good.
I think too, like I aged up with it too, because like I was about the same age as Aang when that came out, and then
Yeah,
like, by the
exactly.
time Korra came out, I was about that age. So they started talking about a little bit more mature stuff. You know, you got like the love triangle thing going on, and she's battling all these emotions and doesn't feel like she's good enough. And I was a depressed teenager, so I mean,
Same.
like,
I
you
feel
know,
like
yeah.
that's probably where the big mishap is, that a lot of the people that grew up on it were still wanting that childlike wonder of Aang, but they were getting more real-life topics.
Yeah.
And a lot of humans don't really like dealing with reality when they're trying to unplug from the world.
I'll
So
tell
when
you
they're
what,
getting hit in the face with that.
I want to say, like, I love, like, Aang's story, but Korra's story is... It's darker, I guess. I don't know.
it's harder.
It's darker and it lasts longer. There's a 3-year time gap from seasons 3 to 4.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, where Avatar Last Airbender, all 3 seasons, that was a 6-month time frame that he had. That was only
Right.
half a year.
Yeah.
And as a kid, when you're watching that, you don't really like think that, oh, it's only 6 months. You know, it's like, oh, they're on these adventures. But as
Yeah.
an adult, you're like, damn, he had to do a lot of growth.
Oh my god!
in
yeah,
6 months. Like,
especially Zuko. You watch how much Zuko changed over a 6-month period, and it's like
Zuko and Aang were the same, just on a different. Like they're just
yeah.
a mirror image of themselves,
Yeah,
which
it was
I think Iroh helped explain that a lot when he was trying to teach his.
Oh,
teach
dude, the
Zuko
whole
about the
grandfather
stuff.
thing, like, where his grandfather was Roku and his grandfather was Ozai or whatever, Sozin or whatever.
He comes from both sides of it, so
Yeah.
he was just destined to be a part of the Avatar's life, regardless.
Yeah, it was awesome. So who's more powerful, though, Aang or Korra? And this is a no-brainer, but everybody says one side.
I mean, it's definitely Aang.
No, man.
Yeah, Korra was really good just because she was phenomenal in her talents. I'm the Avatar. You got to deal with it. Like in the very first episode, that's just because of where they were. She did have the power, but her control and how she kept... Her struggles happened because even though she was strong, she kept getting knocked down a lot. And Aang still went through, but he started off with air, and his whole thing was offensive, so he was able to flee and evade and get through stuff a lot easier than what Korra did. Korra's fighting style, still phenomenal with all the fighting
Korra
stuff.
would
but
whoop Aang's ass, bro.
the
Opinions.
straight up, her connection to the spirit world and shit like that can't be forsaken. You can't ignore that.
Okay, yeah, that's significantly
And
stronger.
I think that she's got a way better late game.
What?
But
No, dude, okay.
well, I mean, regardless of it, though, like, again, Aang we were only with him for 6 months, and with Korra, we're going over, like, a 5-year time stretch, so we
Yeah.
get to see
No,
the
yeah,
development
Aang
of
was
her being
cracked,
a
but-
baby getting it. She trained her entire life for it, so of course she's going to be technically better on everything, but Aang's raw power, he was able to pick up stuff just as
Dude.
quickly as Katara. Katara became a waterbender master
No, I
in
said
under
Korra,
3
dude.
months. I understand.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I understand that, but with Aang and Katara, they became waterbender masters in an instant.
Yeah.
Sure.
Korra trained for like over a decade to be able to get these masters, and we start off with the first episode, deal with it, I'm the Avatar. Cut scene to her having to do her firebender test. That took her, what, like 10, 15 years to do?
Yeah,
Again,
true,
Aang's
true.
raw talent and power had him training and becoming
But
masters
the whole
of the
thing where
elements.
she fights that spirit world demon god.
Yeah, Vatu.
I mean, but he was combined with the power of evil, whoever the guy was, not
I've already
Rava, but
forgotten.
the other
Makuta or
entity.
whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
fucking
I know who
bionic
we're talking. I forget the names. But yes, again,
And she does
still
it. She does it without Rava, though.
Yes.
She does it by herself, of her own willpower. Fights the whole power of evil.
I could still see Aang doing that too.
I don't know, man.
She may be more connected to the spirit realm, but I mean, I would
But
too if I
also-
wasn't frozen in ice for 100 years.
That's
Also,
fair.
Connected
another
from all the
thing-
spirits
another
that I'm
thing about
supposed to be
that-
connected
he
to back
died
in
at
my
like
time.
40, right?
Another thing about that, the Avatar cycle, right? So, like, she has one more. She has Aang on her side.
Until
right?
she loses it.
She did that, yeah.
Like she lost the Avatar state like twice through the
Yes.
series.
Yeah.
And like the only Aang did lose the Avatar state once, but that was due to him not losing his earthly tether, kind of thing. You know, he like
Yeah.
had to
he
overcome.
died. He
strife.
straight died. Bro.
He didn't drink
Yeah.
the banana and onion juice, dude. That's what it was,
Exactly.
man.
No, bro. He
Exactly.
got electrocuted and dead.
Yeah, Azula literally killed her.
Yeah.
Killed him, and
She killed
Katara
him.
had to bring him back to life.
Yeah.
Which, as a kid, you don't.
Which is weird to
understand how
me
it is.
because then the Avatar state like continued, or not state, but like the cycle continued after that. So it shows the whole thing of like him dying and then it ending it, but like it comes back. I don't know.
I guess resuscitated quick enough before the
Yeah.
power before Rava went to the next host. I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're not going to get into those fine details.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was after all a children's show.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that we can sit here and have these in-depth conversations like this over something that was on Nickelodeon, it's crazy.
Like over
I
a
know,
decade
yeah,
ago.
man.
It's
That
so
just
funny.
proves to show how talented the creators and directors are,
Yeah.
that it holds such an iconic impact.
Sometimes
even
I
today.
forget it was on Nickelodeon because there's just not enough feet.
I remember watching that first episode when it aired. Like, I remember vividly
Dude,
exactly where we were. Mom
I
saying that
never
it was time to
watched
come
it
do
as a
it.
kid.
Yeah, I think I forget if they did the first 2 episodes or if it was just the first episode, but even my mom, who wasn't really into cartoons and anime, she was a stan for it, and we were watching the episodes weekly through all of book 1. Book 2 and 3, adulting in life, kind of strayed. We got the DVDs and watched it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, she was just as much a stan as anyone else, and she didn't like anime.
Hell yeah. So would you consider Avatar to be an anime?
Yeah, it's animated. It's an anime, for sure.
Okay, even though that it's not Japanese?
It doesn't have to be.
Really? Because
Animation,
that's
What
always the
about, like-
caveat, because people always
Yeah.
disregard the Korean animated stuff.
What about like King of the Hill then?
King of Hill is the best Texan anime.
Okay.
It's Texan anime.
It's a slice of life anime.
Yeah, it's a slice of life Texan anime. Like,
Right on.
anyone who wants to fight that, let's go.
Fair.
Hell yeah.
No, that one's Texan slice of life for sure. And I mean, even with the Austin-based company Rooster Teeth, how they have their Ruby, RWBY, that's gone international. They were just a studio in frickin'...
I heard that Rooster
Nashville.
Teeth is shutting down.
Unfortunately, due to them going with Warner Brothers and them no longer having the rights to it, they are going through the shutdown of it. They're going to be doing one final season of Red vs. Blue for their 21st year of having the show out. But I believe they'll still keep their podcast, but we're unsure of what Warner Brothers' intellectual properties contains for them to continue on with any next volume. The
Yeah.
fans, us, we want a volume 10 of Ruby, but we don't know if we're ever going to get it. Sad, but
Yeah.
Speaking of like streaming cartoons, have you seen Vox Machina?
I have not.
Oh, you should. It's phenomenal. It's
We'll
really
put it on
good.
the list.
If you're into like fantasy settings and like goofy fantasy tropes, then it's where it's at.
Where's that one off of? It?
It's
Hulu?
at Amazon.
It's on Amazon. Okay.
Yeah. And it's the D&D guys,
That's right. Okay. I know what we're talking about.
Mercer, whatever the fucking guy's name is. But anyways, it's phenomenal. You should watch it. Like,
We'll do.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's all over the place. It's amusing, it's funny, it's kind of heart-wrenching. It's everything you need in a good show.
Good to know. Add it to the list and get started watching that soon.
Hell yeah.
Right on, man.
Awesome.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Both
Thanks for
you
having me on,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Y'all have a great day. Thank you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
too. The rules are open up and say something crazy.
Say something crazy, huh?
Yeah, I can tell you the craziest thing we've had a person say on the pod.
Hit me.
We had a 12-year-old boy get on the pod, and he
yeah.
said, fuck Martin Luther King.
And he said, fuck Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
Weird.
And- I have evidence of that.
That's awesome. As in, like, for the bravery of that 12-year-old.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
when you're 12, you don't have much rules.
Yeah, it was one of the boldest statements I've ever had a human being give me, just literally out of nowhere. He's just like, yeah, I'm a rapper, and I rap, and I got this song, and it's called Fuck Martin Luther King Jr. and Fuck Rosa Parks.
I mean,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you know, the amazing civil rights figures.
Yeah.
So I don't think. I wonder what
it's a
they've
hot
done.
take for sure. Dude.
I think
Really
it's
hot
the
take.
punkest thing I've seen anybody do in a while.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you could say that.
You could say
Yeah.
punk. I mean, I think punk is for a lot more open than.
I don't know.
no-
man.
normally
that
punk-
is such a statement to open up a conversation with. Hey, man, you know what's the craziest thing someone's told me?
I'll tell you what though, like normally punk is something I would back, like fuck the government or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he looked at two authority figures, I guess.
I mean,
I guess so.
I
yeah.
wouldn't consider Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King authority figures. They were really big, like public figures, but not
Yeah,
really
yeah,
yeah.
authority. They didn't
Well,
hold
I don't know,
much-
it's like saying fuck Gandhi, right?
True. I
Yeah,
don't
fuck
know.
Gandhi though.
But yeah, Gandhi was racist.
Oh, he also slept with his cousins.
Yeah, he's disgusting.
But he didn't do anything to them. He was just doing it to prove to people that he was...
Yeah, that's like
solid a
the
bit,
newest
yeah.
Dalai Lama, the one that was kissing boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about that? He was kissing boys right on the
kissing
lips.
boys, yeah.
Hell yeah. It was kissing boys,
Poor
yeah.
Dalai Lama. I wonder if the memory of kissing boys transfers to the next life.
Oh, dude. There's
Buddhist,
something
by the way.
fucked up's going to happen in your next
Hell
life
yeah,
for
dude.
sure.
I'm a Gnostic Christian, so I also
Really?
believe in reincarnation.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that was the thing.
Yeah.
Me either. I didn't know that Christians believe in reincarnation.
Yeah, so it's a really long story. It's hard to explain, but I am a vegetarian. I don't eat flesh because reincarnation.
Of course.
And the basic synopsis of it is that we believe that the God of the Old Testament is actually the devil, and that the God of the New Testament is more aligned with Buddha. Really,
That is really interesting. I have not heard of that.
you should look up the Manichaean religion. It's a cross between Christianity and Buddhism, and it was the religion of the Silk Road back during the 2nd and 3rd centuries. It's extremely interesting, and there's some beautiful comparisons of Christ and Buddha.
No, yeah, I've heard that at least the first Buddha really liked the teachings of Jesus. to get to religious talks a little bit. I became Buddhist because I did not agree with my Protestant parents.
Yeah.
So it was maybe sort of a rebellious phase. In the beginning, it certainly was, where I was just a really young kid, and I'm like, Buddha's cool. But then as I matured and I started reading more on into things, I started actually aligning myself with a lot of the beliefs of Buddhism. Obviously, I don't have many places here in Oklahoma City to practice Buddhism with other people. And so, yeah, I've been a self-practicing Buddhist for, 3 years. But I've been, self-claiming as a Buddhist for, over 4.
That's awesome, man. I kind of sort of going through the thing right now. I did the same thing with, my parents. I
Yeah.
grew up here, obviously, and everything. It's the Bible Belt and all that.
Bible Belt.
But I kind of just was like, fuck religion, I'm out.
Yeah, no, it
And-
really was that.
But the Buddhist thing, is cool, dude.
I like Buddhism because it's a lot more open. We don't see people for, labels. We see people for who they are.
Yeah.
And I started saying that a lot. Growing up Protestant, there was a lot of stigmatism against the LGBTQ, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the worships were just these people are lost. We got to guide them back. And whenever I would talk with them, obviously they weren't lost. It was I just like who I like. And I'm like, that's awesome. Hell yeah. And, yeah, we started talking about religion. You want to join in?
Hey, it's what we do.
It's what we do, yeah. Speaking of the Bible Belt, though, reminds me of a fun fact. We have more dispensaries here in Oklahoma City than churches.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I've never been to a place with more dispensaries.
Yes. No. It's every little corner has, 2 dispensaries.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was it was so illegal, and then everybody's parents was like,
Yes.
if you smoke weed, you're the devil, and all
Yes.
kinds of stuff. And then as soon as it switched, as soon as it was legal, dispensaries everywhere.
Yes,
Everybody's
no.
smoking, and it's like, okay, so y'all were just faking this whole time then.
Basically,
I
I know
mean,
teachers who smoke, man.
yeah,
It's
no, everybody does. It's
No,
crazy.
not everyone. Yeah. Yeah?
It's legalized now. It's God must have legalized it. It's fine.
God must
Yeah,
have legalized
for
it.
real.
It's also dirt cheap. It's cheaper
Yes.
than beer, dude.
No,
It's
it is.
crazy.
Actually, it is cheaper than beer. Holy shit.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I can get an ounce for $25.
Yes, it's awesome.
That lasts me forever.
I've stopped smoking myself.
Good for you.
Yeah, no. I want to set a good example for my little brother at home.
Yeah.
So, speaking of smoke shops, I've been to this one place called the Hubbly Bubbly. I played a couple shows there. I'm a musician. Yeah,
No
no, it's
way.
sick, bro.
yes, I play bass with my
Really?
with my group. Kid Charlemagne, look us up on Instagram.
Oh, dude, I'm going to your show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know Leo.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I got a class
with him. That's awesome.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you're having a house show.
Yeah, we're having a house show at his place.
Yeah.
May 4th.
Yeah.
Which
No fucking way. That is my son's birthday.
holy crap! Everything's the stars are aligning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're releasing your single on the 4th.
Yes, no. Leo's been pushing that like crazy, which I thought, because at first he was only putting out teasers, not just single. And I'm like, wait, are we doing a full album under a month? And he was like, no, man, just the single we recorded. We recorded that a month ago. About the recording session was a massive hassle because there at the ACM we got Studio B.
Yeah.
The rack units, which we plug in our instruments into, they were not working.
Yeah.
So we had to reroute all the instruments back and forth, and that took 3 hours to do. And we only had an hour to record this music. And yeah, no, that was a pain in the ass.
Look at you out here doing promotion, dude. Promotion for
Of
the
course,
band,
I
dude.
want this thing to go crazy. I've been sticking to Squire stuff only. My
Yeah,
belief
yeah.
with instruments is the nice instruments are nice. If I can make the cheap ones work,
Yep.
right? That's
Dude,
where the
yeah,
music is,
that's
right?
us.
It's like
Yes, dude.
I picked up that bass
yeah.
for $300. That's why I got it.
Oh, awesome.
Like the kit that I'm running, I'm a drummer.
Yeah.
The kit that I run right now, I bought for like $120 for it. It was a
Make it
house
work.
kit, dude. It was a house kit
Yeah.
from a venue.
From a DIY house. That
Yeah.
that used
That's
to be,
awesome, though. It
But
has
it
history.
sounds great, dude.
Yeah,
Sounds
the
good.
cheap stuff, if you make it work, it's awesome. Technology really has opened up who can create art. Some people are like, yeah, man, I recorded this stuff on my iPhone, and you listen to it, and it's like, man, I could cry to this.
I know, it's weird. It's weird. I hate it, man. I'm self-taught with production. I've been doing it for like 5 years now. And I'm not the best at it by any means because I'm self-taught.
Of course.
But, hey, man, I know how to make some good sounding shit when I can make it sound good, you know?
Yeah.
I'm barely starting production, man, because I have a lot of ideas musically. You know,
So
I got in that
are you
band
going to
lab.
ACM or no?
I do not go to ACM, no.
Okay.
I'm a self-taught musician. I came here for music, and then my Oklahoma Promise did not come through.
Dang.
Yeah, no, that was a pain. I was over there at
But
the...
you're poor. It should.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm going to school because my family was like, hey, man, go to school for anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, music. 'Cause That's
Yeah.
all I've been doing for my life. And, yeah, I'm like $5,000 now right now in debt for the semester. Not bad, right?
Okay,
in
sure.
the big scheme of things, $5,000,
I guess so. Yeah.
not bad.
All right.
It could be worse. Yeah, because I did not sign up for for the next semester. So but yeah, no. So just the free time I've been having, I've been just doing production on Reaper, which
Yeah,
is
that's
the
what we're recording on right now.
Yeah, hell yeah, I love Reaper. It's
I
just
know,
every
it's
time you
awesome.
press right click, it's like the entire menu comes out,
Yeah.
and that's a little scary.
I think a lot of people, when they record, they play way too loud.
Yeah, no, that I come from punk. Before I started with Leo and all the like super 70s jazz things and like putting chords over everything, 'cause that's what I came here for the School of Music for, right?
Yeah.
Just getting into it. I played a lot of punk by ear. It was just like, hey man, we're having a show tonight. We need a bass player. Want to come? Like, yeah, sure. My shirt was off, jumping all around. Actually, I think that's what caused. I got a spinal injury from
Jesus.
playing bass. So
Jeez.
I'm decently tall, 6 foot tall for,
Okay.
you know, it's at the cusp of being tall, I think.
Right.
I put my bass all the way down here, so I was always leaning forward a little bit just to get the fretted notes right.
Yeah.
I think that caused my spine to kind of explode or something. I got
God.
surgery this January.
It's fucking Nathan, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking Nate on bass, bro.
Our
He plays all the way down here?
guitarist blew out 2 of his vertebrae.
Yes! Okay, so it does happen from guitars. Yeah, no, I blew out one of my vertebrae, and the doctor was like, hey man, what in the world are you doing? And I'm like, playing bass really loud. He's like, that shouldn't blow it up this bad.
Punk rock, brother.
Exactly. Pop rock. Like, why are you playing so hard? I don't know, man. A couple of Green Day covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go.
Hell yeah, bro.
Fucking brains.
Yeah.
too.
Anyways, I think we should take our leave.
Definitely the most interesting conversation today, man. Thank
Oh
you.
my god. All right, I love you
All
guys.
right, it's good meeting you.
He's got so much.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
I gotta bring my master sword
What
with
was
me.
your name?
My name's Sal. Obviously.
All right, here we go.
Lord. You want to come on? Sure. Yeah, come on, man.
Hang out.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah, tell us about the wrestling thing. Are you do on Twitch? You said.
Well, no, I want to do that. I actually am a gamer, kind of like. I also do little streams at the cons and stuff. My actual tags are OKC Ninja, so Oklahoma Ninja, which is even cooler. So,
Okay.
I wear a headband usually with the Oklahoma headband. So people ask me a lot of times, where you get that? And I'm like, well, ain't telling you, but I'll tell you where I'm from. Village Hidden in the Sticks. They'll laugh because it's a Naruto hidden thing. So
Oh, I got
big
you.
anime thing.
Hell yeah,
But the
dude.
wrestling thing is one of my favorite passions, honestly. I mean, I even got a freaking tattoo of Cody Rhodes last
Oh,
week at
shit.
a con, dude.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
What do you think of The Rock coming back?
Dude,
Because
I was at
he's like a
WrestleMania.
bad guy right now.
I was at WrestleMania when he was there, so it was people were booing, people were cheering. I was wearing his shirt, so I didn't care.
I think it's weird though because wasn't he the people's like guy? So
Yeah,
what the fuck? Why is he bad?
when you're a heel, you still can cheer the heels. I mean, look at Austin back then; he was a heel towards McMahon. So
Yeah, but
honestly,
McMahon's a scumbag.
Yeah, dude, McMahon's just he's out there. But when I was at WrestleMania a couple weeks ago, it was just kind of like a better atmosphere for The Rock more than Roman, which was funny because he was the champion. But everybody knew he was going to leave and shit. So But I'm actually a vendor here myself, so.
Oh yeah.
Hell
You
yeah,
should
dude.
definitely come check us out over at
What do you-
Figurine Funhouse.
Okay.
Yeah, we're a little minifigs over there.
Right
Okay,
on.
cool. Hell yeah, dude.
So, how is it? How is your guys' like stream usually? Do you enjoy?
Oh
doing
yeah,
this?
it's awesome,
Oh, yeah.
man.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
best friends, so we just kind of, have fun,
Yeah.
record it, and then throw it out there.
You just bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's cool, I mean, it's got these minis, I mean, we like technically media, so we can go anywhere.
Yeah, we're like the press, man.
So,
Yeah, I need to get involved in that somehow because I can talk and talk. And
I
talk,
know, it's
so-
awesome, dude.
Telling you, man, you should just do it. Like, we didn't really know what we were doing at all when we started. We do music production mostly. We record songs and play, and so we had like all the gear laying around, and we were just like, man, let's fucking give it a shot, And a lot of the stuff we use is like not really what contemporary usual people would use. Like these mics are a little different than the usual mics.
For sure.
These are what that normally people would use for recording like snare drums or guitar amps and stuff like
Right.
that. And but we got them like most of these were like $10 a piece.
Yeah.
And dude, they sound amazing.
That's awesome. PP Man podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
what's the story about that?
Oh, it's Pumpkin Pie Man.
Dude, there's this video that came out. It's an old lady, very viral video. And she's like, pumpkin pie, man. And that's it.
I mean, why not? I mean, it's a random name. Nobody,
Yeah.
and people are gonna ask, what the hell, PP? 'Cause
I love it. And when we started, we didn't think we were going to keep doing it. So it's like, it's pretty much just like the stupidest stuff we could have come up
Yeah.
with.
what's your most viewers you usually get?
We've pulled like 8K on some of our shorts.
God, really?
Some
Yeah.
of our shorts have
Nice.
gotten up like 5K, but like our full links, they're not really getting a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like
There's so
20
many out there.
Yeah.
Well, that and it's an hour long, so it's like a 15-second video, way easier for people on lunch to just kind of
I
click
know.
through.
I don't know why it's like that nowadays. It's like I do it too. I'm guilty of it too. I'm like I'd rather just get to the point. It's
Yeah. No, me
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Technology spoils us, man.
It really has.
Remember when you used to have to rewind a movie to watch it?
Oh, yeah, VHS times, man. I had to replace that, and if you didn't do it, it's 50-cent charge.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
My parents used to get so mad because I'd forget to do it. So, uh-oh. But hell yeah, I definitely want to come back. I'm going to go back to my booth for sure. My partner's over there. She's doing a lot of the stuff. I'll send her over here too. You can talk to her about whatever too. So
Right on,
Oh, yeah,
man.
man.
man,
Thank
pumpkin
you for
pie
coming
man.
on.
Thank you for sure.
Christian, dude. There you go.
All right. Who is David Vincent?
It's-
David Vincent. He's a voice actor. He did No One I Care About.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't really know any of them. I'm not a big anime guy.
You're not a big anime guy?
Not really.
So, you don't know who I am?
I have no idea.
I'm a character from Fairy Tail. I'm Natsu.
Okay.
But I couldn't get my guy hair to work, so I just went with girl version because
Oh.
why not?
Nice. I love the pink.
Thank you.
What
me
is
too.
your top 5 ranking of animes?
Fairy Tail definitely is number 1.
Okay.
It's great, power of friendship and everything.
Right on.
If you don't want to be a brony, go that way with it, Second would definitely be Black Butler for me, just because it's hot.
Okay.
Third, the time I got reincarnated as a slime.
I've heard about that one. I heard it's really goofy.
Oh, it's it made me cry though. So many
Really?
times. Yeah, it's one of those shows that's like really funny, but then it gets super serious at points, and you're just like,
Nice. Does the Futurama thing to you?
yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah, because it's got some gut-wrenching stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think the only actual animes I've ever watched I watched One Punch Man, which is fucking phenomenal. I loved it.
Oh yeah, that was on my list.
And the original Transformers.
My dad and I were talking about that the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah. We were talking about Bumblebee and how he doesn't know who that is. So
Really?
Yeah, he said he watched like the animated version. I'm like, you don't remember Bumblebee?
That's crazy because he's like the main guy.
Yeah.
He's in it, for sure.
Well, my dad's more of a Star Trek person,
Gotcha.
So he's if you ask him something about like, I don't know, Klingon, he'll probably know what's going on.
Sure,
with that,
yeah,
you know?
I
They
mean-
could. That's crazy. They made a whole language too for their show.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous, man. That's like
Yeah.
Tolkien creating Elvish.
What's weird is that you can major in it.
That's
You
really
got a
weird.
major in it?
Yeah, you can go to college for Klingon.
I gotta tell my dad. We gotta find a
Dude.
Klingon college.
Dream job.
Dream job.
coming in.
Klingon translator. Yeah.
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 Okay, yeah, so number 3. on the list.
Sorry,
At the time I got reincarnated as a slime was number 3.
Okay, number 4.
Number 4 was One Punch Man. Number 5, definitely One Piece.
One
I don't
Piece,
think that
huh?
show's ever going to end.
Yeah, I feel like my whole life it's been going on.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. I never really had any exposure to anime growing up, you know? I had, like, a VHS tape of the original Pokemon movie, and, like, I grew up watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that, but, like, that's, like, as close as I really got to it.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, people started suggesting stuff like Full Metal Alchemist, which I watched a little bit of. Pacing was a little weird for me.
Yeah. I started watching it, like I watched 1 episode, and I planned on watching it some more, but then everything else came out, so I just forgot, you know?
Yeah.
What about music? Are you into music?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I love music.
All right, what you listening to?
Everything.
Okay. You can't come at me like that. Tell me your generalized preferences.
I'm more into, like, rock, you know?
Okay.
Not rock, like, you know? I mean, I like some Kiss, you know?
Okay.
Some AC/DC, I like some of that, but I'm more into, like, Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, that kind of
Right on.
thing.
Okay.
You know, because that's
You like
my era.
old Fall Out Boy or new Fall Out Boy?
Both. Like, it rocks
Oh,
me
really?
all the time. Bro, when they did the cover for for Michael Jackson, bro, my heart.
Did you hear about No Doubt getting back together?
Who?
No Doubt.
No doubt. Getting back together.
Yeah,
Gwen
Coachella.
Stefani breaking it back out.
Coachella.
Yeah, they were at Coachella. They did a set at Coachella.
I never do Coachella. Like, I hear about it.
Neither do we.
It sounds like Woodstock,
Yeah,
but
for rich people.
for rich people, exactly.
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
You know, with less drugs and more metal straws and
Yeah.
you know, naked people probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like Burning Man, but for rich people. Like, it's just... The thing that I had a biggest problem with it is how much was the cheapest ticket you could get?
$500 for general admission.
500.
Yeah.
I paid $10 to get here today. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, really?
That's what I'm saying. We've been talking about the rising cost of event tickets forever. Because, like, we like to go to a lot of shows, especially, like, metal shows.
Yeah.
And they're starting to charge, like, $20 for no-name bands at the door. It's crazy.
Yeah, like
$20.
local shows. Bad.
My goodness. Well, my recommendation for that, disguise is cosplay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sneak in.
Okay.
Sneak in.
We'll just
Right on.
pretend we're in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Band. Like, you know, they don't know who that is.
That's an actual hack. If you're ever actually trying to get into a show, if you see them unloading the van, just grab an amp or something and start walking in with it, and they'll let you through the back door, and then you just stay in the building.
Yeah.
Do you go to school here?
Yeah.
You go to UCO?
Yeah, I'm a UCO
For what?
student.
What's your major?
Wicked.
Funeral service.
Funeral service.
No fucking
Oh,
way.
man.
Yeah.
My wife was going to go into that.
Really?
Yeah, she ended up going into criminal pathology instead, but
Yeah.
that was like her big thing for a long time. She's really into like taxidermy and stuff, and
Yeah, it's more than taxidermy. You got to go pick up the bodies if you're an apprentice. You have to be an
That's
apprentice
whack,
before you
bro.
can graduate early. Like, get your everything.
Big
So,
morgue guy. Huh?
You got to be strong too. You got to lift these bodies.
How do you
Man.
train for that? You just like,
You work out. You come to the gym. Lift
oh,
the weights,
okay.
You know,
You don't like lift like
lift the dead
lifeless bodies. Like you don't
Yeah.
have like a body in your backyard just
body. Not yet.
ripping
You know?
it. Okay.
You know any volunteers though?
Yeah, there's a
you-
lot of dead people that probably couldn't say they didn't want to.
Yeah, you know. But like I need like fresher bodies, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
The more they decay, the lighter they get. I want fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Full of all the fluid.
just go to a bunch of the college parties and start picking up drunk people. It'll
There you
be the
go.
same thing.
I don't get invited to college parties. Hard to believe, I know, but
Yeah, me either.
No, I party at home. That's where the real party's at.
Yeah, for
Always.
sure.
You know, it's where the alcohol's flowing, and when you're drunk, you don't have to worry about someone else taking you home. You just go home yourself.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Just flop on
Hard
the
agree.
couch.
Yeah, fall asleep on the couch, in the bathroom, in the tub, next to the toilet,
Yeah.
because you'll need that toilet.
Backyard.
You know, yeah, backyard. You know, I can't do it in the backyard because I got kid neighbors. So
Oh, right on.
yeah, it's crazy that they let kids live next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. There shouldn't
I
be
know
any
the feeling.
kids.
There shouldn't be kids outside
If-
these days.
If there was no
Dude,
kids
that's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
world, it would be a better place.
I'd sleep in every day, I tell you that.
Podcast with serious topics talked about by a couple of goofballs.
Oh, you know what? I have to change that. It's different now.
Yeah.
Sure, you guys do seem like goofballs.
Yeah, we
You
are.
know?
Yeah.
We're weird guys for sure.
Definitely. You know, I should join this podcast. I'm the weirdest of everyone.
Yeah.
I had a phase where I licked doorknobs for some reason.
Do they have to be like a certain way, like, or could you just buy some from Walmart?
Well, I prefer if it's like a doorknob someone else has used.
Okay.
So when they grab it, they're like, "Ew, what's this?" Oh, it's just water. And I'm just like, "No, it's my tongue."
What
And
if
then
it's
they're really grossed
heavy
out.
usage though, like truck stop bathroom?
So it doesn't do it for you unless you see them like physically touch it.
Yeah, no, I have to watch them touch it.
Okay.
I make my mom open my door for me after licking it.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, I know. I'm like carrying food. I'm like, Mom, I can't open it. She's like, Did you lick it? No. No, I didn't try to use my mouth.
Yeah, I fuck with that. That's awesome.
no.
What about like car handles?
No, I don't use public things just because
Okay.
people are gross, you know?
Yeah.
Like if it's at home, definitely. Public places, ew. Have you
Yeah.
been to this bat? Like,
Oh,
they
yeah,
call
definitely.
it-
It's disgusting.
You know, I've seen 10 people making out in one spot before, you know?
Yeah, you're gonna contract like E. coli or something.
All right, well, I'm going to let you try to get more people in.
Awesome.
Flag
Thank
them
you
down.
so much for the
Maybe that's
time.
the best way to get them.
Yeah.
Flag them down. Maybe flash them.
Thank you for coming on, though.
Yeah. Get a human inflatable machine.
All right, who do you got for the Stanley this year?
Well, it's a tied up because
Okay.
you look at Dallas is on a road streak right now.
Yeah.
because it's kind of. I don't know if you guys watched the games lately, but
No.
they've been on a roll. I think they're gonna have a hard time against Boston. I'm worried that if Dallas Stars take on the Knights, that's their big deal.
Yeah, they are.
Because if you look at some of these teams, like the Knights and stuff, they're stacked with players.
Yeah.
But how good is their D though?
They're good, but not way up there.
Yeah.
They won the cup. What's weird?
Here's the big question.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, Jake Paul.
That is a joke.
It is a joke.
I'm sorry, but a guy who's known for knocking people out and taking ears,
Yes.
dude.
A fucking killer,
yes. And he might don't take age for Corey. He will knock you out.
dude. That is all
Dude,
experience. Jake
He's
Paul has
not that
nothing.
old either, dude. He's
No.
like 50
Yes.
something.
Did you watch the video? He did a training video he put out afterwards.
Yes.
He looks fucking mean.
Oh.
He looks mean.
And-
Take one left hook from him and see how you feel,
Yes.
If you can feel anything,
Ben. You're
Jesus.
done.
Dude,
Dude, this guy, oh my, he was the best fighter ever, dude.
It was. And the fantasy fight everyone wants to see, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, both in their prime.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you.
They didn't ever fight, right?
No.
Yeah.
And that right now, if they were in their prime, a lot. If Muhammad Ali was alive, and they're both in their prime, you know how much money and how much publicity that will bring in.
Oh, yeah.
Just people like, I want to see that. Fuck Jake Paul.
No,
Fuck his
definitely.
brother.
No,
I
for
wanna
real.
see that.
I agree.
It's crazy how big boxing is on an international scale. It's like soccer, you know.
Yes.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah, because
Dude, you got these millionaire people in Saudi Arabia that are they're betting big numbers on these fights.
Oh yeah, because and here's the other thing: is in Saudi Arabia in the Middle East, horse racing is more money than the actual Triple Crown that we have here in the U.S.
Oh yeah.
And these guys are paying about $100 million on a horse.
Yeah, that's like a Hidalgo. You ever seen?
Yes.
Yeah, like the desert races, man. I mean, they are something to watch. They really are something to watch.
It's like the 24-hour Le Mans or
Yeah, I'm a big racing guy, man.
Yeah.
I just watched the Daytona and Sebring a while back.
Did you see
we got Emma
NASCAR
with it.
actually put one of their cars in?
Yeah, the Garage 56 car, and it outlapped the Ferrari GT3s.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And that's just NASCAR all.
Like a standard NASCAR car.
Yeah.
No, it was a special car.
Oh, a special
It was
car?
a special car. Hendrix built it. They took a car that was based off of their Sears Point car, and then they built a little bit different. And they had to because that NASCARs can't race for 24 hours.
No.
You know, like they do what, like 2-3 hour races max. That was just asking so much, but I can't believe the car finished. The fact that it finished at all to me was just so astounding. And watching it out there, man, it was beautiful.
Oh,
It
yes.
was amazing. Thanks, Obama.
Bacon cream pies. In your mom's eyes, bacon cream pies. All the time.
Everybody see my shoe?
I hate tomatoes, but
can't find it. I'm looking everywhere. Please, I have to drive home. I have an edible earlier. I think I'm going to shit my pants. Please, God, help.